Greetings and salutations yet again. This is Pandora the Eclectic, and well, we're gonna have some fun. Yep. Okay, which one to start? Oh, yes. The female gaze. Oh, fuck. Well, let's get to it. How about the crunchy on here, sir? Oh boy. Apropos, in a commercial where men are acting stupid right before a feminist one. How apropos?
I saw Magic Mike XXL in an entirely empty movie theater this week. Comment down below on how you would have handled / taken advantage of this situation.
Well, first of all, it's not bad enough that the,
Here, Magic Mike doesn't pass the Bechdel test.
First of all, she said, I don't think I would have said, I would have gone to a movie theater. In short, yeah, no movie theater. No thank you. Ugh. It's not bad enough they're nasty. The floors aren't sticky and nasty enough as it is. Ugh.
As bitch and pussy are used as insults, and they throw a bunch of glitter out on the freeway while they're driving. And yet, something about Magic Mike feels so right, especially in like this general region.
No offense, but maybe it already fails the Bechdel test, because, like you said, well, I guess technically there are women in there, but the story's not about women anyway, so it doesn't need to be there. And trust me, yeah, this proves that we don't need feminism on its own, basically, because, we don't need a Bechdel test, which a lot of feminists advocate for, because it would have gotten in the way of this particular kind of movie.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and call it the female gaze. The male gaze is a concept that was established in 70s feminist theory. It focused on how the camera and films lingers on women and sexualizing them in non-sexual contexts. So female characters are chosen and written with the pleasure of men in mind. The theory also refers to the fact that most of the media is viewed through a male perspective because it's written by men. As of 2012, women only write and direct 15%.
Because there are no directors that are female at all.
Of films and 26% of primetime TV. Male gaze is considered dehumanizing because it treats women as one-dimensional sex objects without any agency or desires of her own. Just kind of block her plot line for no other reason than sexual titillation. So does Magic Mike's female gaze fall into the same trap, just targeted at straight women? Is it hypocritical?
Yes, and we've had films before that did this. Nobody gave a fuck about those, now did we?
For feminists to enjoy the film. Although Magic Mike was written and directed by men, it's pretty explicitly about her pleasure. That's not something that we see very often. In fact, I don't think that I've seen a big screen movie that
Yeah, we don't see that movie ever. Because it's on Lifetime. It's on pretty much everywhere in pretty much every Disney princess film or every romantic comedy in general. Oh, okay. Objectification of males happens just as much as the ones of females. Okay. I don't watch those movies very often, and I'm aware of the fact you didn't get your vagina stimulated and all, but that doesn't matter. Now, does it?
focuses on female pleasure ever. We do see an awful lot of one body type, the type that looks like he was chiseled by God herself. But there's more to Magic Mike than meets the eye, or vagina, or ass, or One of the keys here is that in Magic Mike, the characters performance are actually in a sexualized context. They're strippers.
Yeah, because showgirls doesn't exist now, does it?
Sex appeal is the explicit goal in the plotline, and it's what gives them power, as opposed to being used to take them less seriously. Even in a sexualized context, though, the characters are given more depth than their looks and body alone. There's no doubt they're sexually objectified, but the film does manage to humanize them by exploring their desires, personalities, interests, dreams of their own. They're portrayed as full human beings with multiple dimensions to chew on, even if their dialogue is a little bit cheap.
First of all, yeah, like I said, showgirls. Yeah, there are movies that do this, and yeah. Oh, man, just had to check something. But yeah, they do it all the time in chick flicks. Nice.
You see, but who didn't like these little G's, right? Lastly, the female gaze in Magic Mike has different power dynamics than the male gaze. Women are not typically given sexual power, especially not on screen. Our culture places this bizarrely high value on a sexless virginal woman. Women who are old
Or maybe it's because some women, especially feminist actresses, don't want to do their own stunts, okay? Also, plenty of movies would probably like a lot of times I'll say this when playing movies that mock the idea. Like, I don't know, Grease. That was the idea of the sexist virginist woman thing. Also, last time I checked, isn't it kind of unfair that you have to... Aren't you judging a little harshly, Lacey, on women who don't want to have sex? That we're gonna force them to be in roles where they're gonna be sexually objectified? Because after all, you're against sexual objectification, yet you're advocating for it. Sounds weird.
who are weight are told that they're not sexy and don't deserve love. Women who are too sexual are shamed and called sluts and whores. Magic Mike.
1. When you were saying about old women, fat women, there is porn that does that a lot. 2. There. 2. About the slutty woman. Well, I think you're talking about this out of context. Because the thing is, we don't have an issue with slutty women. However, when it's someone like, okay, for example, Jessica Rabbit, going around and calling herself, going around and slutting herself out. Now, mind you, it was for a good reason. I mean, they would her and Roger would have probably starved to death if she hadn't done, the patty cake thing. If you get what I mean. Mind you, she didn't do anything, but you get the idea. We've had sexy women in movies before, like Esmeralda, and mind you, these are kids' films. So no, we've had sexy women in films, and them not be shamed, or at least be seen as humans that get in trouble because someone else didn't think what they were doing was okay. Okay? Alright.
Totally flips that paradigm on its head. People of all ages, sizes, races, and gender expression are free to be sexual on their own terms. The movie also encourages.
And now they want us to get rid of the legal age of consent law. And also, because all kids would like the idea of having sex and also staring at it and looking at it, no offense. It's not that they have anything opposed to it, but yeah, I don't think we want to all see it. Okay? Okay. Yeah, there.
People to talk about what they want and need openly. I think opening that discussion and listening to your partner is a huge part of female pleasure, and pleasure, period. Well, some people.
Yeah, because men never get any pleasure from sex. And also, don't go out of their way. Like, I don't know, aren't there toys for women? Oh yeah, they're called vibrators. We also have oil, so when they shove it on in, it don't hurt so much. And increases the pleasure. And I guess KY gel doesn't count. Oh well. Good try, boys. Good try.
People might see Magic like it's feminist hypocrisy. I think that ultimately comes down to some confusion about what the male gaze is all about. The problem isn't having built-in media that's sexually exciting to any particular gender or sexual orientation. The problem is when one gender is constantly sexualized without agency in every single context. Sexuality itself is healthy, it's fun, it's natural.
Oh yeah, because all those women who were in those pinup posters didn't want to because they didn't want to help their own business succeed, like the airplane girl. And the other one, well, you know, I think some of them looked like they were for army people. Yeah, there's girls all over the world that you can go visit, guys, while you're fighting in a war. And by the way, it's not like we don't sexually objectify men. I probably could find tons of pictures I do, but you know.
Thing, you just gotta do it respectfully. So in the words of Andrew McDowell's character, play the field and don't stop till you find someone that rocks your freaking socks off. Hell yeah, hell no. Let me know what y'all think about Magic Mike.
First of all, being a virgin, there's plenty. Well, let's see. Being a woman, there's plenty of men that knock my socks off, and yes, I find very attractive here in America. The problem is, if we didn't have that whole there's no good man out there, we wouldn't have this dichotomy. Now, would we? Anyways.
XXL down below, and I will be back with more Raleigh next Friday. I'll probably take things off with a topic that's near and dear to my heart. Guys, I'm a simple lady, okay? For those of you not know, there's a robust army of forces in America that are working hard to promote biased information.
So, in short, that again was 3 minutes of my life. I'm never gonna get back. But so as long as you all enjoyed it, it's all worth it. So to that, keep it frosty and see ya.